Some of our friends, I would be a fly on the wall. I would just want to watch.
Ooh.
Right?
Me too. Now that I think about
Some
it.
of my friends, I would like,
me
let
too,
me watch.
me too.
Like, come on. Like, don't be with me. Just, you know what I'm saying?
I done straight up told 2 of them.
I know. Like, hey, bro.
Hey, bro, if y'all ever want to put on a show,
Okay.
I tip too, handsomely.
Absolutely. We'll sit there, you know what I'm saying? A little nipple play. What's up, y'all? Welcome back. I'm Neek.
I'm Adrian.
And this is the Muses Unsuppressed Podcast.
And right now, if you have not heard already, we are hosting our annual Black Friday sale. I know a lot of y'all are probably waiting on the prices to drop more, but with inflation, they won't be. So hop on the Black Friday merch sale as soon as possible because this will be our 4th time selling out. Exciting about that.
I know. That is so dope.
Like, the fuck you pay me is selling out, rather.
Absolutely. Like, y'all love it, and I'm here for it.
Yes,
so.
And the whole site is 20% off. There's no code needed. So if this was your opportunity to get some cool prints, some mugs, some bags, some merch, hit up madamuse.la. That's madamuse.la. All of the information will be in the description below. And shout out to everyone who already supporting. Shout out to everyone who's already rocking the merch, hanging the art.
Yeah, it's so dope to see everybody's videos and all the tags. Like, y'all look fly, and I'm excited about the F You Pay Me's. It's some new things coming, but yeah.
Oh, I know. I do have a few more designs that I cannot wait to drop. But you have to stay tuned. And one thing you know about me is once I am over a design, they will be gone forever. I love the fact that people collect things that are limited edition and then they wait and then they beg me, please bring it back, please bring it back. And I'm just like, that's not fair to the collectors who copped it.
Yeah,
Can't
that's
do that,
true.
baby. You just got to stay on them 10 toes next drop. So keep your eyes out. More designs are on the way.
Yes.
How you been doing, baby? How are you this last week since we sat in front of these mics?
You know, I'm pretty much chill. Nothing new, nothing, extraordinary, extravagant. I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
Chill mode. What about you?
It's that time again.
Oh, I already know what that means.
So it's a lot of self-care happening and a lot of redirection of emotions, working through them. I'm trying. Can I just say that? I'm trying. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm doing pretty good. Journaling my way through these horrible weeks. If you don't know, I am suffering through PMS right now. And that affects my mental health. It affects my ADHD. It affects my physical body, like a lot. So hard to focus, hard to concentrate, shit like that, So if I stumble on a few words or space out a few times.
That's okay, love. You do the best that you can and just show up how you are in all your beautiful glory, my love.
I know that's right, because you love it and that's all that matters.
Yes. You annoy sometimes, but it's okay.
What would I be if I wasn't annoying sometimes?
I know, we're all annoying, especially around this time in a house full of women. Can we just say that? Help us, please.
And girl, can't nobody help us, child.
I don't think people quite understand. Like, it's one thing to be in a lesbian relationship and it's, 2 women, y'all both, sometimes cycle sync up, but then sometimes you just be on different paths.
It is.
It's another when you have 2 adult women with you and we all cycle sync, we all moody, we all having it out, everybody got an attitude, everybody wants to be right, and you're stupid and shut up, you don't know anything. Pretty much.
Okay, but the love is still under there somewhere. It's man, if you're a woman or you live with one, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So sending good vibes, but at least I'm getting good sleep. I noticed that I started working out. Like, sometimes I go on and off these weird cycles of, I'm hitting the gym and now I'm not, and I'm hitting the gym, now I'm not. But I'm noticing now that if I choose a new priority as to the reason why I work out, it increases my consistency and my discipline with it. Like, if I make it so that, okay, I'm not trying to lose weight for this photo shoot coming up, or I'm not trying to tone up for this event that's in a few months. Instead, I don't want to be in the bed crying or having moods of depression every month because of my PMS. Like, I now work out because I know for a sure fact, I don't care what medications I've tried over these last decades, nothing works like lifting weights.
It's true.
Nothing.
And, you know, I don't know what it is. It's like, I love myself. I love my body when I'm working out. You know, I got the athletic gear on and everything, but it's something about the steps that it takes to actually get to that point. It's so annoying. It's like, see, I know for you, it's like it became a, will I ever love it? And yes, when I'm working out, I actually do enjoy working out, but it's all the steps that lead up to it. That's just like, it's really hard. I'm trying so hard to work on consistency, but it is not easy.
No, I don't like it. I don't like working out. I've never liked it. It's something that I have to do for reasons I don't care to, but it's the future me will thank me, is what I always say. But
yeah, and then it's like when I'm working out, I'm ready to see the cuts. It's like, I know they're not too far off, but it takes nothing, so little to just pack on all the, you know, all the sugar and all the sweets and all the good stuff that we like to eat on our body. But yet working out to actually see the cuts and see your improvement just takes so much longer. And it's like, it's not fair. It's
not, but when you really think about why that is, then you start to realize
it's the food.
Yeah, and the soil. Food. It's everything. It's everything under capitalism that they give two fucks about your health and well-being. They only care about their bottom line. And the FDA approving whatever toxins they renamed this month, so that it continuously is enjoyable and addictive to you and the parasite that has developed in your stomach. So I have to think through all the truths before I can allow my mind to be okay with the excuses that it makes.
That's so true. When you put it that way, it makes sense. So it's like, you're doing the best that you can.
Yeah, what you got.
Right. I mean, what are your options?
Right. I mean, I already gave up meat. I already gave up dairy. I already gave up gluten. I already gave up soy.
It's like, what are we supposed to be? Like giraffes just eating plants off the trees?
Ironically, yes. That is exactly how your genetic body... That is how your genetic body is actually made up. You are not... What we eat today is not even technically considered food.
Oh, I believe that. But it's like, even if you was to pick stuff off trees, like, they're dirty. Like,
that's what I'm saying. It's in the soil.
People are disgusting. People might squirt pee or something on the plants. You just never know. And it's just like,
good luck finding a plant that bears fruit on the side of the road. They made sure those were gone too. You ever look around? Try to grab some fruit. Where's the orange trees? When I was growing up, there were random fruit trees
everywhere. That is so true.
They are not in existence. In fact, I read somewhere that the reason why everyone's sinuses is so screwed up all of a sudden is because they've chopped down all the female trees that would bear fruit. And because the female trees are like gone, or is it the male trees? One of the trees are still here that don't produce fruit. They only produce leaves. And because of that, they produce all the extra pollen, or the pollen isn't getting mixed up by the one that they're cutting down, something like that.
It's messing me up. Yeah, so like, that's another thing too. If y'all ever hear me sound stuffy as we're filming this, our podcast episodes, bear with me. I have nasal polyps, and you know, I've had them for years, just randomly appeared in my adult life out of nowhere. And so sometimes I'm a little bit more clear, sometimes I'm not. So I apologize in advance.
Technically, it's LA. It's when we moved to LA.
That is so true. With all the smog and stuff in the air,
and
it's
the pollen,
not healthy air that we're breathing. I even developed adult onset asthma when I moved here. You know what? It is LA.
It is LA. Honestly, we have been tempted to move a lot, probably every year, because you suffered through LA asthma and LA psoriasis and the nasal polyps.
Yeah.
When I came, I got really bad eczema.
Yes.
Never had eczema or skin problems.
That's true, because I ain't never had to lotion my body this much since I moved here. And it's like, you can't just get regular Jergens. Like, you need the SPF, you need the oatmeal. Like, you really have to deep moisturize your skin.
I know.
It's so dry here. And it's like, as much as we talk about LA, I still really can't see myself being anywhere else other than LA. It's so hard to let it go.
You ain't got to tell me twice. Every time I visit somewhere else, I can't wait to come back home. I love it, but it's got its issues, but it's been home for 10 years. It just feels like home.
Right. And we're thriving here. But we, like she said, we debate about this all the time. Like, we even had a discussion the other day. Like, okay, bro, let's just analyze our lives right now.
Okay? Because in LA, I'm going to just be honest. We live cute. We live cute. We've struggled. We've done the do. But I'm going to be honest. Making the choice to just hunker down, get a house, settle here, I don't know what that's about. Man, maybe I should talk to my therapist, but I just can't make that choice.
What, to leave?
Or stay. Every reason that we named of why we're staying here is the reason why it's so fucking expensive. Like, they're making you pay for the sunset. They're making you pay for the zip code.
They're making you pay for the mountains. They're making you pay for seeing the celebrities when you randomly go to the stores. You're paying for all of that.
Yeah, for sure. So,
I guess we won't give up and just keep on pushing. All right, so moving on to hot topics. I'm sure everyone's been on social media this past week. If you have not, you missing out. But Diddy and Cassie. Cassie's lawsuit. I mean, what's going on? Well, no, you said it. This is the year of Aquarius.
No, age of Aquarius.
Yes, this is the age of Aquarius. Mm-hmm. The truth is coming out.
Yeah, even though you don't want it to. He's coming.
Yeah, he definitely didn't want it to. He saw that lawsuit real quick.
Yeah, so for y'all that don't know, because my esthetician didn't know, and so I was shocked, but you know, whatever. If you don't know, if you've been under a rock, basically Cassie, out of nowhere, just dropped a 25-page lawsuit, which I considered a book. I feel like that was her way of getting her story out. Mm-hmm. Brilliant.
Right, because we ain't heard she really said nothing about her relationship with Diddy since she left him.
Which was very shocking.
Yeah.
So if Diddy was with her for about 10 years, I think they got together early 2000s. And if you don't remember Cassie's the beautiful young girl who shaved the side of her head for a long time, which the story on that was wild.
I know.
Didn't know. I ain't know that was like that.
I didn't know it was like that either. TikTok gonna clip them up, ain't they?
Listen, TikTok showed a clip of Young Jock saying years ago how he was at a party with Diddy and Cassie, how he watched Diddy looking at this white chick at some restaurant or event, and she had the side of her head shaved off. And he was like, damn, that's fly. Cassie, come here. Yelled at Cassie to come here. Mm-hmm. In front of everybody. Cassie came and said, tomorrow you shaving your head. And then Jock looked over at Cassie like, hey, you cool with that? You just gonna shave the side of your head?
And she was like, whatever Diddy says, Diddy gets.
Right. And then all these random clips started coming out of just odd behavior. Basically in the lawsuit, she goes, he was highly abusive. He essayed her. He physically abused her over 10 years. He trafficked her with other male escorts, made her look for him, then blackmailed her with the video as he sat there and recorded them as he rubbed one out. Even though she deleted them, he still had access to them and sent them to places. Today, I just seen an old interview with 50 Cent saying how he was randomly sent penetration photos of Cassie.
Oh my God.
And hit up Diddy like, bruh, check your phone and text me back. And he said, Honeycombs is what we call him, hit him back and was like, thank you, dog for this and this, that, and the third. And he was just like, we think we know who did it. And then even Cassie was in an interview talking about the leaked photos. So it definitely was a situation where other people started to say something and see something. Anyways, a lot of online women haters or essayers themselves, because that's exactly why you're defending Diddy in this situation. Because just last week, y'all was on his ass about not paying his artists, but I guess now y'all are a Diddy defender. But you're saying all you need to say to the people who know who you really are. They're saying shit like, oh, why would she say something now? And I strongly believe that, like, women, if you're that abused and all the bad things that you're trying to say is happening now, hey, why are you going after the money? Why you ain't trying to get him arrested? This, that, it's the victim blaming. It's so
annoying.
I hope to God that every single rapper, actor, Hollywood celebrity, let alone regular civilians, I hope every single one of them gets exposed, outed, and especially the 90s hip hop and R&B mafia who never got really hit during the Me Too movement except for R. Kelly. And y'all know good and hell well, we've been hearing stories of misogynistic men in power who are abusively toxic to anyone who comes in their path. And all of the habitual, what do they call it when you keep enablers? All of the enablers around them. I'm talking assistants, managers, A&R reps, people that just sat and collabed in the studio with them and you saw something. If that was your daughter, if that was your sister, if that was your best friend, if that was your wife, just going to do her job, would you literally come out to her and say, oh, well, why didn't you say something then? I don't believe it. It's a lot of reasons, and it's a Google search away, as to why women are terrified to say something. Men have made it literally impossible to be believed, especially as a black woman. So let's just stop the BS there. And B, because you guys have placated black men mainly to get away with abuse for so long, you don't even know it's so unfamiliar when a black woman or a woman of color stands up publicly for herself and outs the abuse that she's had to suffer. That's so unfamiliar to you that you just can't believe it. I'm glad she got every dime.
I'm glad she did too. And it's like, it takes a lot for women to come forward, even as a celebrity, because you're going to be perceived even more. Like I said, she has not said anything really about her relationship that she's been in with Diddy since she's been married to her husband. And it's like, as if it's unbelievable for her to actually have these stories. And of course, people will be like, oh, well, maybe Cassie knew what she was getting into when she started talking to Diddy and everything like that. And it's like, maybe she thought she could change him, or maybe she thought she would be a difference. Like,
which is why most abusers go after young women, because your frontal cortex is not even fully developed until you're around 24, 25.
Right. Wasn't she like 19 or something?
Exactly. The year that, unfortunately, I was persuaded to get married and have children. You're not at the age where you can biologically make sound choices for yourself, let alone for your future. You don't know what situations. I will never victim blame. I don't care. There is nothing that a woman can do that rates her to be abused in any way.
I agree.
Find somebody else to play with. And any man who fixes his fingers or pick me bitch in social media comments placating for Party against Megan, Tory Lanez against Megan, Diddy against Cassie, and what's the Kiki ugly baby daddy against her. You hit women, or you want women to be hit, or you're abusive to women, and your excuses for being abusive to them get validated when you read other abusive men and what they did to their women. Right. I hope you get arrested. You're just mad you ain't got $10 million or $100 million or $30 million to pay nobody. Why are you even in the conversation, brokey?
Right. Like, it's so much that goes on. Like, even the clip when it was just so cringy when they were being interviewed by Andre, and Cassie shook his hand and Diddy gave her this look like, didn't I tell you not to do that? And then the way he like forcefully grabbed her, like, it's like I read all in between it. And it's like, sometimes when you see those things, you don't really pay attention. And I'm so glad that we now live in an age where if you want to be in the music industry, or if you want to like pursue music, you don't have to go about things the same way that it used to be. Like, you can literally start and grow your platform on TikTok and become a musical, genius, a musical person. Like, you don't have to navigate through those old ways. And I'm just so glad that times are changing when it comes to that, because a lot of girls, it's just so sad that has happened to her, because no woman ever deserves any of those things to happen to them. And like you said, I'm glad that she got what she got, because she deserved it. And
right. Because one thing that people don't ever realize is get hit one time. Get touched one time by a grown man that just is pimping you out to other strange men. for his pleasure and gratification and to push you down. Basically, that's what it's a power thing to me. It seems like it's like a power thing. Like, I'm up here, you're down here. I'm going to make sure I snatch every single ounce of power that you think you have.
Yeah.
You think you cute? Let me beat it out of you. You think you cute? Let me show you how slutty you are, how disposable you are. That's mental health. That girl will need mental health care for the rest of her life. And I mean top tier mental health care. And that ain't cheap. So congratulations, Cassie, for taking care of you, standing up for you, and opening the floodgates to every bitch he fucked with and everybody that saw, oh shit, it ain't too late for me to get my lick back.
So late.
Get your lick back.
Get your lick back and keep lick backing.
Yep, because just you might be scared that people might scrutinize you or criticize you in social media or the comments, but it's also a whole bunch of women that's got your back. So
absolutely. And so what? Everybody in social media and comments always gonna have something to say. Who cares? They're probably miserable, lonely, alone, and need something to do in the extra time. No one cares what you say. I'm gonna speak my truth. I have great women of support that's gonna support me, and I'm gonna keep it moving. So say what you want to say in the comments, but it's time. It's time. Enough said.
I'm just loving the fact that women in Hollywood, especially women of color, are standing up for themselves. Shout out to Kiki. Shout out to Megan.
Yes.
Shout out to Cassie. Shout out to everyone who I don't even think to name, but the trans women that are standing up about their abuse. Everybody, we have to get over this suppressive weight that really patriarchy and white supremacy has taught. Shut the hell up and grin and bear it. And also, nobody wants to hear your stupid story. No one's going to believe you. Keep moving. Who cares?
Yep.
That's white supremacy at work. Fight it with every being in you. I don't give a fuck. Tell your story. Speak your truth. Express yourself.
Yes, put it in your art, like how Megan put everything she went into in her music. Like, find a way to express that freely in an art form. And before you know it, you'll start actually healing yourself from those experiences. And make sure you have, like you said, a really good support team behind you, because it's not easy to do.
It ain't. And,
it's
and when you start talking, them snakes gonna come. Just like, speaking of Megan, did you hear Party's response?
No.
Oh, he wrote a whole song gaslighting her.
I mean, we already saw what kind of man he was. I mean, you have a whole ass in your face and you still choosing to play a game. I'm just saying.
Say that shit again.
You had a whole ass in your face and you just still playing the game. What are you missing? Something's not clicking. Because
lesbian friends. I don't know. I think a lot of straight men would benefit, again, from having lesbian friends, because you have a woman. Girl, anyway. At this point, my advice to all those beautiful bisexual women, I don't know if Cassie's bisexual or not, but Megan has come out as bisexual, and so is Kiki. I think I see the resolution to this conflict of men.
I do too. You need to talk to the Muses. You need to be a part of our relationship.
That is not what the hell I was going to say.
Oh.
I was going to say eat pussy. Choose the rainbow side.
Exactly. Well, we do that. So come to our side, come in our marriage, and, let's just get in there. We will show you.
Y'all, she talking all this shit, but ain't never had no threesome for real. And she don't know the other side of it. Yo, you better stop asking for what you don't realize you might not want.
It could be one hitters.
That's what everybody thinks.
We can have one rendezvous night. You right, because we're going to put them on them and they're going to lose it.
I'm telling you, I speak from experience. I'm not rushing to that.
It was a joke. Kinda.
I know it wasn't no damn joke, and they know it wasn't no joke.
You know it ain't no joke. We done talked about this before. Speaking of getting it in, we're going to transform into the next section of this episode, where there's been a lot of questions accumulated over the time that we've been putting out different episodes. And so it was so many. We just chose a few that we decided to answer because you guys have been sending us questions.
Yes, and if you don't know, I've been getting DMs in my personal Instagram. That's not where you send the questions. I want everyone to send questions, whether it's for auntie advice or just if we have regular Q&As, send it to
Thee Muses Unsuppressed
on Instagram.
Yes. And or I'll accept this too. Thee Muses family, only because I know we've had that channel for a while too. So if it's
on IG,
if on IG, if you're already following the Muses family and you have a question, DM us there or DM us on Thee Muses Unsuppressed. I will make sure all the information is listed in the description. But let's just start off with a question. Okay, so somebody wanted to know, what was the most challenging part about your journey as entrepreneurs?
The most challenging part of being an entrepreneur for me is maybe when the excitement starts to wear down of the initial, say you set a certain goal and you reach it, then you set another goal and you reach it, then you set another goal and you reach it. And then after a while, I guess the goals began to get a little dull for me. They didn't feel as exciting as they used to, right? Mm-hmm. And so it instantly made me feel like I should give up or pivot or change. But I think it taught me a lesson that it was just time to maybe rebrand and start adding things that I thought that I would like and would make me excited. And so in other words, when I was just painting for a few years, after a while, the accolades that once would mean something, oh my God, my art was on TV, or oh my God, this celebrity collected this piece, or this national magazine published this piece. Mm. After a while, those things started to get kind of old to me. Mm-hmm. And then it was like, okay, this is boring. I wasn't being fulfilled anymore. So then it was just like, well, damn, I felt pigeonholed and boxed in as an artist. And I had so many other things that I wasn't sharing. Like, we are funny. Why not make TikToks? We are really great designers. Why not just not paint? Get an iPad, make some designs, put it on some merch, or, start design. What companies have you always wanted to work with or seen your art in? And, reaching out to those companies and becoming partners. And then all of a sudden companies reaching out to me and wanting to collaborate. And so I just had to find that lesson in oh my God, I could have easily turned that into Jesus. I hate my life. I hate my career now. Mm-hmm. It's boring. I'm depressed. I'm no longer an artist, and left.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people make that mistake. So for me, that was really, really challenging when the fun wore off.
I would say the most challenging part is actually running the logistics of the business. How it started, I just knew, we could, like you said, you can't do both. You can't be a creator and also working the logistics side of the business. So
some people are lucky. I'm not that lucky.
But so, I found a way, well, maybe I can jump in here, learn a few things and actually try to get it on the court. And then it's like the more I kept doing or learning about the logistics part of business, the more it just kept seeming like there's always more. There's always more. Or there's this thing. Oh, shoot, don't forget this thing. And it's like, also, I have ADHD, so it's like, how can I trying to be organized and remember everything and make sure you're not past deadlines for things and then forgetting to do this and make sure you don't forget to do that. Like, it sometimes can be very overwhelming, and over time, that has been a challenging thing for me. I think I am, more so getting the hang of it now, but for the longest, because I didn't go to business school, I didn't do any of that. Like, I was self-taught, so that was definitely a challenging part for me.
Yeah, I could see that. I definitely could see that. And I didn't go to art school, so I didn't know anything. Yeah. I did go to business school, so I could help you a lot, or at least show you what to do, but I could not do both.
Yeah, you can't.
Even though most of the times I end up doing both because
you went to school, you would have a lot of maybe you should consider doing this. But then also, I had my moments where I was stubborn and wanted to do things my way, which end up taking me a lot longer to actually learn the lessons instead of just, sucking it up, being a big girl and listening to you. So I'll definitely admit that. But you definitely gave insight.
Yeah. I mean, and just like you gave me insight creatively. So it's like we both grew in it. And like I said, we are the first entrepreneurs in at least in my family.
And mine.
And we're the first people to have made this much money. So no one has taught me or you how to do this. And we can read as many books as we want, but no one really expected this to even happen. We just kind of stepped out on faith and what we always believed in ourselves. And then when it hit, it was just even a lot of self-sabotaging because I wasn't ready for the exciting things. I was like, hey, wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah.
What you mean? Slow it down, baby. Slow this train the fuck down.
Right. It's like, wait, who wants to work with me? What do they want me to do? How much am I getting paid? Wait a minute.
Girl, I had to make an immediate call to my therapist, like, brother, remember that mentality you was talking about? I think it's screwing up. We gotta put in a session immediately.
Yeah.
In order for me to sign on this contract. Like, a lot of shit mentally was really the issue, I think, for us, is growing and learning all of the things we weren't taught.
Yes. And then all of that on top of doing this in a high price city where everything is so like costly, that on top of everything, it's like, wait, we got to pay what? And who?
With these kids?
Again?
Over and over?
Another time?
And then on the company profits, we got to pay what in taxes?
Right.
We got to pay what in California state tax fees?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, let me.
We had to learn a lot, y'all. We had to
real.
learn a lot. So that was the long answer, but
yeah. Shout out to all the entrepreneurs and small business people out there that's doing what they do and making it work.
And all the supporters that supported us along the way who had no idea what the back end looked like, and what we were going through. So support small businesses, especially during this Black Friday. I know I heard somewhere they were going to do a Black Friday boycott.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
They are talking about big businesses. They are not talking about our black asses. Okay, 20% off the entire website, madammuse.la. So this is anti-capitalism. Okay,
Right.
we print these ourselves, we design these ourselves, we pack these ourselves, we ship these ourselves.
Yeah.
This is a small business, and I had a studio, but the mold ran us out of there. So we are literally growing and working and busting our ass. And so what you don't see is that, and I really appreciate support.
Yes.
And I try to support as many small businesses as I can, especially if you're like, even if it's just on social media, I'll share it, and never won't even buy it or go, or may not can go to your event. But I know if I can help a small business, I'm gonna do it. Thank y'all for helping us.
Yes. Thank y'all so much.
All right, let me ask you a question. All right. Would you rather have morning sex or... These are not prescription. Would you rather have morning sex or late night sex?
I'm a late night kind of gal. I come alive in the nighttime. You know what I'm saying? That's when I feel, my juices are the warmest.
Okay.
My blood is.
All right.
My blood's flowing. And, I'm coming into, my witchery vibes. And, the candles can be lit and it can really set an ambiance. And then, I can cast myself across the room and just really dig deep, and the covers are cold. It's nighttime sex is just a vibe. Now in the daytime, I'll do it.
Morning specifically.
Morning, I'll do it for sure.
Yeah, but
I'm
you're
not
a night
opposed
gal.
to it. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, but I'm a nighttime gal.
Okay.
Something about the morning is just like, I don't know. It's just noisy. Nighttime is quiet too, so it's like I can really hear the things that I need to hear. Versus in the morning, you got to be quiet in the I
get that.
Yeah. The world is awake in the morning. So
I get that. Okay.
You? Well, I already know what you like.
I like morning sex. Maybe it is the quieting of my mind. Because as soon as I wake up, 100 thoughts are layered on top of another 100 thoughts.
Oh, so it's a good set for the day.
Yeah. Well, my therapist told me day one, have your wife give you multiple orgasms throughout the day. I tell all my clients and patients that. And I was like, sir, I'm gonna need you to repeat that. Again, he was like, call your wife and tell her that orgasms release dopamine into your body, your brain, and it clears out all those thoughts. And it literally starts your day with a drug hit. And so maybe that's why I always liked it and didn't know why, but I like morning sex.
Well, that's fine.
There's something about like waking up and you know what I'm saying, the juices have already been marinating.
I was just going to say something about the marination of the juice. Yeah,
yeah, right. And then it's just I got to start my day, but I'll stop everything for you.
Absolutely. I get it. That's why I said I have a late night is my preferred time, but I'm also here for the morning, daytime.
Same with me.
I mean,
I'm always open the legs.
Then I'm always stick this tongue out and lick it.
I meant your legs.
I was talking about yours. You heard what your therapist said. Come sit on his face.
That's not how we do it. So don't even say that in front of the audience.
You're right. That's not.
Don't even try it. I'm gonna stop letting you do that because the comments, these motherfuckers believe everything you say.
She's not sitting on my face all the time. We don't do it like that.
Okay, all the time, never.
No. Well, yeah.
Have I?
You have, but it's not
Really?
a go-to. Yeah.
Well, I must have been drunk.
It's okay. Have we ever had sex with any of your friends, past and present?
I don't understand. Together?
Have you ever had sex with any of your friends?
Oh, yes. Yes, I've had sex with my friends, and it was a horrible mistake. It was a horrible, horrible mistake.
I did too.
And I was young and stupid, so...
It's like I knew better, but it's like the Aquarius in me was just bored,
You had to try it
I
out.
needed something to just stimulate my mind. And unfortunately, you said, it was bad. It changed the dynamic of the friendship. One person has more feelings for the other, and it's not always reciprocated, and it just did not work out. And it was so sad because the friends that I did do it, I valued our friendship, and it just ruined it.
Damn, you fucked that up.
I did. I was like, damn, Janique, I mean, you just couldn't wait. You just couldn't just find somebody else. But
yeah, you can't be screwing your friends. Even though some of our friends are fine as hell.
Yes, that is true. Some of them are. Shout out to our sexy friends.
Shout out to y'all sexy asses, but y'all know how I am. They start to get to drinking and start to flirting. I'll be like, get your ass away from me. Because...
Now, we did have a little rendezvous with since we've been married with one of our friends in the past.
No, the fuck we didn't, because that's not true. They did not do anything.
No, not to us, but it was like a situationship. It was like a little mini orgy.
What the hell are you talking about?
I can bleep their names out, but yes.
That was voyeurism. That wasn't a thing. We just got really drunk one night 10 years ago with.
But they saw me do. They saw us do the do, and then we saw them do the do.
Right, but we didn't do them.
No, we did not. We did not do our friends. We did not do any of them.
And also, it was very weird on one of the friends' parts. So I'm good on ever seeing any of my friends in that way. In fact, most of the time when I do start to see them, like even if it's a friend that's sexy and they like do thirst traps on social media, I will unfollow you. Because I see you as a sister, and it's disturbing me.
Yes, don't be cringy. But then also, some of our friends, I would be a fly on the wall. I would just want to watch. Ooh. Right?
Me too. Now that I think about
some
it.
Some of our friends, I would like, let me watch. Like, come on. Like, don't be with me. Just, you know what I'm saying?
I done straight up told two of them.
I know. Like, hey, bro.
Hey, bro, if y'all ever want to put on a show,
okay,
I tip too, handsomely.
Absolutely. We'll sit there, you know what I'm saying? A little nipple play.
No, but then what it is niggas don't know how to be Aquarius after the fact.
Yes, we ain't got to talk about it the next day. We do not have to do that. There is not a conversation.
Please,
that
don't
needs
bring
to be
it
had.
up. What are you talking about?
Right. We're going on with the day. What are we doing? We have to jet ski? Okay, let's do it. What are we cooking for dinner?
Okay. Don't expect it again.
Right. Last night, what are you talking about? Oh, we went to sleep? Yeah, that part.
Okay. Total amnesia.
Yes, don't make it weird. Ugh, I hate when people make it weird. It's like you just ruined it. I thought you were so cool, and then you ruined it.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
So yeah, that's why I don't. And then I value my friendship so much, I'm afraid to lose that.
Yeah, because I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care what people say.
Yeah.
If you do that, the friendship is never the same.
It isn't, especially after hitting this pussy.
Right.
It can't be the same. Not for you.
Yeah, you definitely can't. And it's like I can go about my day as if it never happened, but.
Yeah, but I would like to watch some of them. I want to see what it do. Mm-hmm. Just a little curiosity, a little Aquarius of curiosity. Okay, let me ask you.
See what it do, baby.
Okay. Someone said they want to know your answer, Janika.
I ain't got one.
They were specific
for
you. Okay. Janika, pick one. Sneak away in public to get it in, or rub on your partner's privates under the tablecloth at a dinner with their family and get away with it.
Definitely sneak away somewhere public. And I only say that because the energy is different if we're around your family. I'm just going to say it. It's like, I feel like it's almost equivalent as to trying to play with you when we're around the girls. It's like you can't. It's like you have to separate it, and sometimes it's just like, oh, I feel disgusting right now because of the energy that I'm around. So don't touch me in that way. And it's just like I would not do that to you. So we can definitely sneak somewhere in public, and I'll bend it over, toot it up.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a weird question. As I read it, I was just like, why? Because Thanksgiving's coming up and you're planning on doing that? I don't get it. How could you? I'm not. Maybe they were the guest at a family's Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming. I'm making a whole movie about this lady question.
You are.
But maybe they're like at dinner and, she's meeting them and she wants to turn them on. But I just don't see how whoever's the family member who's related to everyone at the table is even a little bit turned on. That's weird for me. That
is weird. And yeah, even if I'm around mom, don't touch me in that way. That's just no. I'm in a certain mode mentally when I'm around my family. Yeah. And that's not it. Now, if we happen to separate and go to the bathroom at a family function, now that's different. That's different, yeah. But not at the table with the macaroni and cheese and the sweet potato pies.
I will pinch you under that goddamn tablecloth.
I'll probably elbow you and forgot. And everybody would be shocked.
Right.
They'd be like, oh my, what the heck? And then how can you do that and not be obvious without looking stupid or rubbing me stupid? I know. If you gonna touch me, get in there. Don't be playing around with it. Just, tapping it like that.
Maybe if it was like coworkers, a dinner with coworkers, or like a holiday party or something, and we're drunk and you want to tease a little bit, maybe, but the family thing makes it off. Yeah. What's your question?
Someone asked what our worst sexual experience was.
Didn't we answer this last time?
No.
Worst sexual experience?
Yes.
Well, it definitely wasn't with you.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't with you. I can go first.
Yeah.
My worst sexual experience was with a girl, and actually I had two, but one of them it was just the worst head I've ever received in my entire life, to the point where I was texting my girlfriend. Well, I was cheating. Maybe that's what I get. But yes, I was cheating on her with another girl, and I was getting the worst head ever. And I was texting my girlfriend at the same time. I don't know what the hell I was telling her, but the head was so bad to the point where she was like, "Are you texting?" And I had to play it off like, "No, oh my God, no, that was my mom. No, keep going." And then I think I probably faked an orgasm so it could just hurry up and end. And then I just went on about my day. Another time was kissing a girl with a tongue piercing. That is the most disgusting thing I've ever felt in my entire life. To kiss someone with a ring. I don't know if it's because she was trying to be freaky, but bitch, you're grossing me out with all the saliva that's surrounding around the ring and all the saliva that you have in your mouth. And then you're just being over the top, like, just fucking kiss.
Damn. I had a tongue ring.
You can kiss though, so that's different. But I feel like she probably got a tongue ring and she probably messed with other girls that thought that was the shit. And it was like, girl, it's not working for me. Like, put that thing on my pussy and keep it moving.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't even know what that was like, but the kissing was just repulsive.
Oh, shit. Oh, my gosh. And I know how much you hate spit. That's like your pet peeve.
I think that's a thing for me. And not knocking nobody else that have a tongue ring, saying that they're nasty with it. But for me, that just did not work. I just don't think she was working her tongue in the way that it should have been. It was like you're leading with the tongue ring, which is all the way in the back. So
oh God,
you doing that, and it's like I want to punch you, like stick the goddamn tongue in your mouth and just kiss me.
You know what? I'm thinking about all the bitches I tried to show out with when I had first got my tongue ring.
What you was doing? You
probably some extra shit. Cause I'm gonna be honest. Let me shout. I know that's coming back in style. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, you know everything we did. They doing it now, so it's coming back in style. And that shit has a lot of issues with it. I had my tongue pierced like 9 times. Oh. Like 8 or 9 times. Just changing my mind, taking it out, letting it close, getting it pierced.
It's a mouth. Like how can food probably gets down the whole.
Girl, I just think all swallowed. Kind of stuff. I done swallowed. Yes. I done bit it, chewed it. It got stuck, pulled, like it was just so aggravating. It gets in the way. So maybe she was a great kisser. I'm gonna give her a bit of a doubt, but sometimes ladies, people, you got to take that tongue ring out.
No, she was waiting for that moment. She had been waiting years for that, and I finally gave it to her. And I was like, Janika, that's what you get. Take your ass home.
Damn. I think my worst time was anytime I slept with a man when I was going through my straight phase. or anytime I didn't speak up when I was younger, and I would let girls go down on me, and they had no idea what they were doing. Not younger, like younger, but like my early lesbian careers.
Are you the type of woman that if someone is
not earlier lesbian career?
Are you the type of woman like if a girl is giving you head and it's bad, will you tell her in the middle of the act how to lick you right?
Yes.
I cannot do that.
And that's why you suffer through such bad head.
You're right. That's why I had to fake that orgasm. I cannot. It's like,
so let me ask you this.
I'm no longer in the mood if I have to tell you what to do.
So let me ask you this. You was in the mood, right?
Yeah.
You was in the mood, right? And you're going to give the power for someone else to not make you be in the mood. The only time that's going to work for me is if you still don't do what the fuck I told you to do. And it still feels like shit. Get the hell up.
I get that, but it's just something. If I have to tell you, I'm not in the mood anymore. But then
every woman is different. You can't expect. That girl probably did to you what made the last girl go crazy over, and so fuck her pride, fuck her ego. You gonna learn to eat this cat.
It ain't got nothing to do with her. It's me. It's like if I have to be like, okay, go to the right.
You feel
go to the top. Okay, a little bit slower. Okay, maybe a little bit faster.
But was this your first time?
No. It was just, that's what I'm saying.
So you kept letting her give you bad sex?
No, it was just that time. I don't know what it was about that day, but it was off. And then the other girl with the tongue ring, I just never did anymore. That was the only time. But
well, that wasn't sex.
Yeah, it wasn't sex. But I just can't. No. It's like a teaching lesson. I'm not doing it.
Well, do I have to pick one specific?
No, I picked two.
Well, this one experience I can remember was one time I was femme presenting and I was new in the community. And I just thought I was never attracted to masculine presenting women at the time, especially down south. In Florida, look up Florida Stud. You'll see what I'm talking about. They scared you, girl. They scared me. And the only gay club, there was only one gay club in Jacksonville, Florida, in our day, and for a long time. That was the only club. It was where was it? Where was it? It was in a dangerous part of town, wasn't it?
Well, I don't even know, girl, but yeah, I think it was. So secluded in the back.
Yeah, it was always shootings leaving there from the thug studs. It was tough, but Rainbow Pride, we had to get it out. So I would go there, and this one day was this show, and it was this one girl that actually looked cute, and she was a friend to my friend. She came in the club. She wasn't as thugged out, which I loved. Long dreads, light skin, tall, thick, taller than me. And so
she was tall. If you was femme, you had no heels, I'm sure.
She was real tall. She was like maybe 6. If I'm 6'1", she in heels. She's like not in heels. Maybe I don't know if I wore heels that day. I'm a little taller than 6'1", but she was still taller than me.
Yeah.
We took her home. We got so drunk, bitch. Pissy drunk. So I'm gonna give her some grace. But when it was time to do, I was so ready. I was like, okay, let's see what these studs do. Let's see what they about. Let's see what these girls go crazy for. Because I only fuck femme girls.
Yeah.
And so I tried it, and she goes down, and she's eating it, and then all of a sudden, it feels okay. She's telling me how good it is, this, that, and the third. And then all of a sudden, it gets slower and slower and slower. And I'm just like, hello? This bitch passed out. Drunk. Pissy passed out drunk. Woke her up throwing up. That nasty.
Oh, God.
I've been there, so I feel bad for the girl now. I'm pretty sure she was mortified. But that was one very bad experience. And then I just really think most of my experiences were pretty bad when I wasn't telling people what I want. When I started to tell people what I want and what makes me feel good, and we started to communicate more, then it was a little better. But you're right. Still, people are just bad in bed. People are just bad. Like, there were times where I would just, nah, baby, you're not doing me today.
What if I was bad in bed? Like, what if you love me? I was great. You know how they say it's always 80-20. Like, what if relationship-wise, you know what I'm saying, we're just great. And no matter how many times you taught me or told me what to do, I just could not get it right. What if I was really bad in bed? Would you have still dated me, married me?
Ironically,
what would you have to do?
Ironically, that's one of the questions that someone asked.
Bro?
I don't know. Did you steal that one?
No.
It says, would you rather have a great sex life but not get along well, or get along great but rarely have sex? Is that like the same question?
Yeah, it kind of is.
I think I love you more than physical ever could have mattered back then. Even though it was a lot of sex initially, before we quote unquote caught feelings, I still feel like, nah, babe, we can work this out. We can take sex therapy classes. We can watch YouTube. We can fucking figure it
watch
out.
amateur.
We can have a
For real. I feel the same way. I have a really deep connection with you. We're meant to be. We're soulmates. We're twin flames.
No, for sure. But if I wasn't good in bed though, how would you?
Like you said, they're so goop. We better goop in it. Gwyneth Paltrow. We better watch some documentaries. Gwyneth Paltrow, isn't her like?
Is it about sex? Goop?
Yes, but we watched it. Remember, it was all like the different relationships, and they were like massaging each other. And,
oh my God, I do remember that. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so like you said, there's lots of sex therapists. Like we can dissect this and find out where we're not connecting, and then over time we would just learn how to connect. I would not cheat on you, but we'll figure it out. But you ain't going nowhere. You locked in. Oh shit.
I don't know that's true, baby, because can't. Damn, but it's a tough question because.
Right, not saying that
I've been. Oh my God, bro. I've been in relationships with bad sex to the point where I want to cry in the shower after.
Like relationships, like
yes, because it got bad.
Who it was? Tell me. I can bleep that name out. Who it was?
Well, you know. Oh, the phase. Shit, I was damn near in tears after every time of that. But like,
dang. So at what point do you say enough is enough? We can't keep doing this? Or you're a big communicator. I'm sure y'all talked about it. Like, do you actually look at them and be like, so we got to talk because you're just bad at sex? Or do you say, we got to work on, how do you tell a girl that you're in a relationship with that you got to work on their sex? Like,
well, for me, a lot of it was just being disconnected for whatever reason. And I guess for me, damn, sex does tie a lot into being connected with my partner.
Yeah.
So when everything else falls down, sex is going to be effective for me because I don't really know how to separate the two. Mm-hmm. And so maybe we would have to really work on that. So
what did you tell her? You never told her that the sex was bad? You just suffered through it? Like you just tried to tell me? So you just gonna sit there and suffer through it?
No, I would tell them. So it would either be something like there was one thing that I taught them that they could do good, that I know could get me there. Mm-hmm. But don't do it on your own accord because you don't know. No.
Yeah.
Then it was always bad. But it was just like, I'm pissed at you. You want to have sex and you have to do it how I want to. That part, that one thing you do, that one little thing you do. No, just that one thing.
Just do that thing. Don't do nothing else. That's it. Keep them other things to yourself.
That's it. Don't do nothing else because I'm getting mad.
Dang.
And then they got me like that. And they know they got me like that. And they admit that they got me like that. And they want to beg me back to come back. And then it'd be too late because I'm gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
You fucked it up. You did it. So.
Well, great for you. Because now I'm here.
Yes, baby. Because there are people out there that gets it right the first time. A's across the board. No, 10. What is it? 10s across the board.
That's right.
And A's in all courses.
That was definitely us.
I know that's that natural chemistry.
Yeah.
But then again, it's just as vital as our everyday relationship. Yeah. I can't do without the other.
I can't. Me neither. Like I said, I can literally do the same thing with you every single day, yet each day is going to be a different experience. Oh, have we watched the amateur porn yet?
Oh, that everybody suggested?
Yeah, that after episode 3, girl dinner.
I haven't found the time to watch it, check it out yet. If y'all have some amateur lesies that, is top tier. I'm not trying to discriminate, but I know the amateur is going to lack high production, and I'm a high production girly, so maybe that's why I've always skipped it. But I need some juicy folks. They ain't got to be couples. They just got to be world renowned.
Yeah,
so go ahead and shift it.
We'll watch it for sure. And like, I don't know, I might get turned on. Maybe it's something about it being a home production.
Yeah,
may make it a little bit more real.
We should watch it
more
together.
Believable. We should. Ooh. So we have been creating and planning out some content for a Patreon that we are going to launch soon, but maybe we can actually film ourselves watching it, not saying doing anything with it, but film ourselves watching it and put it on Patreon.
Oh, to see like reactions?
Yeah, so they can see our reaction to us watching it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I might consider, amongst other things. We were thinking about starting a Patreon for our listeners and supporters who want to get more, like, from out of us, stuff that we might not feel so comfortable sharing on a public platform, or maybe just to give you guys first dibs on topics that we might want to ask, or go live with our patrons, or
to connect with us a little bit more, just something bonus,
story
a little
times.
extra.
I know a lot of patrons already are subscribed for my comics, which I have not done in so long, but they will be making a comeback very, very soon. Stay on the looks for that. But we should open our Patreon to podcast listeners.
Yeah, we should. Tell us what y'all think. Y'all like that idea? Let us know.
Did we answer the question though?
Yeah, we did. No, we did. We said we haven't watched it yet, but then we was like, when we get the time, we might. And then we say maybe we can film ourselves watching it and post that.
Yeah, that could be cute. Yeah. That could be cute. And so I'm glad that we kind of made this whole episode about answering questions. I think it builds a relationship and a community with our, listeners and everyone who's watching on YouTube. So thanks again to everyone who's already subscribed.
Yes.
Y'all are jumping the subscribers up crazy. And thanks to everyone who's listening and downloading on Spotify and Apple Music and all the other podcast platforms. Thank you so much. We love y'all. We love the feedback, and we are gonna keep this up. I find it therapeutic. Like I said, I like talking, and I don't think our audience knows that, because for years on social media, we've kind of just, dropped content that was art or sounds or trendy or dancing.
Yeah. Or it always had to be like short clips or something like that. Even like our old YouTube videos, it was kind of like, some of them were a little bit cringy, but we were still trying to find our way. But now that, we have the podcast, we will definitely be filming more, YouTube videos outside of this one, just because, I'm approaching YouTube. I feel myself approaching YouTube in a different way now. So
me too. And we never took it serious.
Never
took it serious. And even though our friends who are great YouTubers, shout out Amber, shout out Easy, they be literally, Amber be like, bitch, take it serious. She the reason we started YouTube in the first place. Amber's Closet. Shout out to Amber's Closet, our good friend. So one of the ones we want to watch fuck. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode. And we will see you next week.
Time.